But anyways, guys, let's just get right into the next episode. What's the deal with Araragi as a baby?
That's such a cool shot.
当時大学生だった私が反言法を使って100年使われた人間の死体からおののき世継ぎという不死身の式神怪異を作ろうと思い立ったのがちょうど15年前だからね。
Oh.
そして不死鳥が次の宿り木に泊まったのもまさしくその頃だ。だから彼は
Tsukihi.
Oh, that is how old Tsukihi is. Yeah, he's 17.
町に集合したのはその頃のことなんじゃないかとお姉さんは愚行するね。
Yeah, Araragi is not 15. We're stupid, by the way.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
僕には連想できてしまうこともあった。
Yeah, Tsukihi was
羽
born.
川翼が羽川翼という名前になったのがあいつが3歳だかの頃、すなわち15年前じゃなかったっけ。
Okay.
つくも神、不死鳥、猫、いや、それを言い出したら何も15年前だけに焦点を絞ることはないのだ。そういう話なのであれば15年前から今の今まで瞬間ではなくスパンで考えていい。11年前から道に迷ったカタツムリ、7年前に願いを叶えた猿、3年前に重さを奪ったカニ、わずか2ヶ月前のヘビのことすら範疇。まさかこの町で語られていた数々の怪異譚が全てそのハイトやらが風に
He's been the one that's like attracting oddities.
そんなわけないじゃん。夜鶴たちが世継ぎを作ったのはこの町でのことじゃないしね。遠因ってだけさ。思わせぶりな富豪とでも言おうかな。基本的に君たちが遭遇した怪異は君たちのせいだ。責任逃れは許さない。
I don't understand how Araragi is like drawn actually to them.
オリオンハートアンダーブレードがこの町を訪れたのは間違いなくそのハイありきのことだっただろうがね。
Oh, what? She
Okay.
knew? Oh my god.
I mean, I don't think she knew.
We'll see, we'll see. Maybe she did. Because did you see like the look on her face?
Yeah, she looked confused, Vanessa.
それでもあのアロハ小僧の妹か。この国を訪問したのは富士山が見たかったからじゃぞ。
だけどこの山は富士山じゃないよ。ここは静岡県でも山梨県でもない。道に迷ったのかい？3人の吸血鬼ハンターに追われて。違うね。君は道に迷ったのではなく導かれたんだよ。この町。
That's crazy.
なんというか僕がこれまで振り回されてきた全ての出来事、そのたった一人の男に修練していくようなガエンさんの語りが気持ち悪い、いな単に不快なのか。なんだよこの気持ちは。まるでこれじゃ嫉妬しているみたいじゃないか。
Jealousy?
Cause-
Why?
ありえん。そんなことはありえんのじゃ。あやつは死んだ。
Because her other kin is more connected to her than he is?
自ら命を投げ打った大間抜けじゃ。うぬの言っておることはただのこじつけに過ぎぬ。わしの方向音痴をバカにするな。
随分と主張が強いじゃないか、しのぶちゃん。それじゃあまるで初代の彼に生きてられたら困るみたいだよ。君の愛しい奴隷が生きていたとするなら、今まさに復活を遂げようとしているなら、むしろ大いにことほぐべきだろうに。なんなら私がパーティーの手配をしてあげてもいいんだよ。
あまり踏み込むのよ専門家。わしのデリケートな部分に踏み込むの。うぬが400年前の一体何を知っておるというのじゃ。
私は何でも知っているよ。私に知らないことはない。待ち合わせ場所を公園から神社に移したことにもちゃんと理由がある。
一つ質問してもいいかな。
Yeah, I'm forgetting that Kambor is there.
頑張れそれがさん。
そいつは15年前この町に流れてきた時点でさえほぼ灰だったわけだろ。だったら一体何をきっかけにそのサイクルが終わり、ああして鎧武者として荒木先輩が現れたのだ。
I think it has to do something with Araragi and Shinobu's
どうして
connection.
だと思うかな。頑張れ駿河さんは。
Did she think of
見当
something?
はつかないが、その理由が待ち合わせ場所を変えたことと何か関係があるということだ。
Oh.
鋭いね。
Because there's energy in the shrine?
僕には惜しい才能だ。
But you know what's crazy? We had the talk with
先輩と呼ばれ
Ogi about the shrine moving.
そう思うのかもしれないけれど。願わくば頑張る駿河さん。君にはこちらの先輩を支えてあげてほしいものだよ。15年前、初代の彼はこの町に帰ってきた。漂泊を終え、ふるさととなるこの町に流れ着いた。英語とも思えた地獄巡りはゴールを迎えた。
ふるさと。
そ
This
し
is
て
where
流れ
he's
着いた
from?
灰の一粒一粒が集まったのが町のエアスポットとなる地点。ここ、北白蛇神社なのだ。 ご覧の通り、この神社は荒れ果てている。だがもちろんずっと昔からこうだったわけではない。15年前の時点では、この神社はまだきちんと整備されていた。小さくまとまったいい神社だったそうだよ。 この場合小さくまとまったというのは悪口ではなく褒め言葉だ。小さくまとめなければならないんだ。なぜならここはエアスポットだからね。
Air pocket.
エアスポット、出やすい場所、集まりやすい場所、怪異以前の良くないものが集結する場所、そして怪異が集結する場所。
Is that why Kanbaru feels bad when she comes here sometimes?
Maybe.
アクシデントを事前に防げる、回避できる。めめお兄ちゃんの仕事は起こった怪異譚の収集だけれど、私なんかの仕事は本来こっちだね。つまりことが起こる前に片付けるという予防。逆に各地に点在するそれらのスポット、要所要所を抑え込めなければアクシデントは防げない。ここはそういう場所だったからこそ、かつて私なんかとは比べ物にならないほどに名のある陰陽師が社を建てて神様を祀って抑え込みにかかったというわけ。
Oh.
きちんと防犯機能は働いていた。ここにより集められる怪異の材料となるような良くないものは適度に散らされていた。いい神様がいたんだね。
And where did it
何事に
go?
も限度がある。こよみん、君は今受験生だそうだけれど、じゃあお守りとか持っているかな？お守り。あれって消費期限があるの知っているかな？
Oh, they have expiration
守り
dates.
札が破れた時が期限。
Okay, when they break.
制限が新たかなアイテムも無限の効能を持つわけではないという話で、この神社も祀られていた神様も15年前リミットを迎えた。いやでもその件で神社の管理者やましてや神様を責めるのは酷というものだ。さすがに想定外だよ。伝説の吸血鬼の第一眷属がその灰が四方八方から集まってくるだなんて、ものの限度を超えている。限界だ。結果15年前、一度この北白蛇神社は崩壊した。オカルト的にも物理的にもね。灰の状態で神社を一つ潰すとは、忍ちゃん、君の眷属はほんと大したものだ。元が専門家だからというのもあるんだろうけどね。あ、どうしたかな、こういう。
Yeah, he kind of knows how things work with oddities.
つい先日タイムスリップした過去の世界で11年前の北白蛇神社が今以上に荒れ果てていたことにうっかり説明がついてしまったって感じかな。そうだよ。
Dude, the way the author is connecting everything is just out of this world, I'm not gonna lie.
要所を抑えたはずの神社は吸血鬼の眷属を抑え込
And
んだ。
that's why it became
参
ruins.
考までに言っておくと、その後一度ならず二度三度にわたりこの神社はリニューアルされようとしたそうなんだけれどね。神様がいない空っぽの神社なんて補修したところで建設的な意味が
Is that why she wanted
リニューアルしようとするたびに
Sengoku or Shinobu to become a god in the
壊
shrine?
れ果てた。厄介なのは忍ちゃんというか、ショットアセロラオリオンハートアンダーブレードやその眷属となる初代の彼には
And they have nothing to like control them with, really.
強力さがあるということだ。それこそ11年前、君たちがこの神社を訪れた際には荒れ果てたこの境内には良くないものが満ち満ちていたのだろう。どうしてそこまでの濃度で集まっていたのか不思議だったと思うけれど、何のことはない。それは初代の彼が彼の灰が寄せ集めた怪異の材料だったんだよ。材料であり食材。ここまで説明すれば専門知識を持たないコヨミンにもだいぶ予想はついてきたんじゃないのかな。どうしてここに集まった初代の彼の灰が輪廻のサイクルから脱したのか。そうだよ、この神社が集まりやすい場所で初代の彼が集めやすい怪異だったとするなら、
Did he drain their energy?
アクシデントが起こる条件が揃ってしまったということだ。アクシデントが重なった。初代の彼はこの神社の境内で、神様のいない神社の境内でずっと体力を回復させるための食事を続けていた。灰と無を繰り返す生活はこれで終わった。始まったのはそこから15年にわたる悲劇的な彼の復活劇だった。活劇。ひょっとするとそれは愚痴の劇だったかもしれないけれども。
No, please. Like the way that whole thing is
いい頃合いだな。
cooking is like it's a final boss
コ
cooking.
ヨミン、しのぶちゃん、カンバルスルガさん、他にわからないことはあるかい？
いや、まだまだ全然わからないことだらけですけど、僕たちはこの後どうすればいいんですか？何をさせたくて、あなたは僕たちに仕事を手伝わそうと。
責任を取ってもらうのさ。だから取らせてあげるのさ。
I will allow you to take responsibility?
コヨミンと、それにしのぶちゃんには。
最初はおののきちゃん一人で片付ける仕事の予定だったって言ってましたよね。計算外の状況だって。じゃあ最初はどういう計画だったのか教えてもらってもいいですか？
いいけど、でももうどう考えても実行不可能な計画だから言っても仕方ないよ。めめお兄ちゃんがどうしてこの町に来たか。
To keep balance because it's
仕事が来
unbalanced.
たからですよね。会期も確か同じ理由でした。そして影縫さんは 廃棄から話を聞いてだったような。
一癖も二癖もある専門家たちがそれぞれ似たり寄ったりの理由でこの町を訪れたわけだが、その調査結果の報告が私のもとに届いた。その結果、それぞれから上がってきた情報を精査した結果、
She was able to connect the dots.
Yeah. So they didn't realize before Gain that it was the ashes.
というわけで、私は世継ぎを再度この町に送り込んだ。仕事内容は灰掃除。簡単に言えば神社の清掃かな。
Okay, dusting off is crazy.
街中で僕と遭遇した時の彼女、まだ自分の任務を知らなかったみたいだが、そんなシンデレラみたいな任務を与えられていた。
Cinderella.
だしかし結局、それは失敗したということだよな。あのおののきちゃんが任務に失敗するか。たった一晩のうちに僕と忍、その両方の命を
Was she feeling bad for the
働き
dust?
者の彼女があったぞ。まあでもおののきちゃん、あれでド天然みたいなところもあるからな。失敗することもあるのか。
人事みたいに言ってやるなよ、こよみ。世継ぎの失敗は君たちのせいなんだから。
僕たちのせい？
No, your fault.
ひょっとしてですけれど、このエアスポットに溜まっていた押野のお札で封じて、あとは散るのを待つだけだった良くないものをエネルギーとして
Used up all the bad things in this air pocket?
To time travel?
関わりがありますか？
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
they
the
used
time
the
traveling.
energy.
They drained the
何
energy.
もしていない。何をするまでもなかったんだ。この神社に来たというそれだけで
Just coming to the shrine.
正直めめお兄ちゃんがどこまで事情を察していたのかは不明だ。
Oh, because she came to the shrine, attracted the oddities to the shrine, and her kin was just feeding more and more and more onto them. Is that why?
No, but to begin with, she was also attracted by her kin. So it could be traced, it could be like, it's not really their fault.
And I
That's
guess
how
the
I see
closer
it.
they are to each
It's
other, maybe the
connected.
faster he regenerates. I don't know.
こう語らない男で報告も最小限しか上げてこないしね。確かなことは、あいつが手持ちの札でこの神社に応急処置をしたというくらいだ。その応急処置のおかげで、なら初代の彼に兵糧攻めを仕掛けた結果になったわけだが、そんな飢えた状態で彼は再び極限に追い込まれた状態で、そんな精神状態で彼は知った。キスショット・アセロラ・オリオン・ハート・アンダー・ブレードを見た。400年ぶりに目撃した。一方的な目撃だがね。忍ちゃんがここ北白蛇神社にやってきたのはその時が初めてだったんだろう。忍ちゃんを400年ぶりに目視したことで力強い。
Like, kind of like awaken him.
肺の身でありながらも奮起して飢餓状態にあったにもかか
It
わら
gave
ず
him the push he needed.
ということなのか。
Yeah.
こんなロマンチックなこと誰が言
Oh,
った？
okay.
Well,
単に存在の近しい存在が物理的に近い距離に
yeah, so her just being close, yeah, okay.
初代の彼の怪異性が急速に冷気したというだけだよ。だから世継ぎが任務を帯びてここに来た時には、この北白蛇神社はもぬけの殻だった。ここまで言えば、今度こそ私がコヨミンに頼みたい仕事っていうのがなんだか分かったよね。初代の彼の創作だよ。
And exterminate
二人
him.
目で奴隷同士惹かれ合うはずだから。
誰を置いても呼ぶべきはどちらかといえば影縫さんじゃなかったんですか？おののきちゃんの主人の不死身の怪異を専門とする
Yeah.
あの暴力陰陽師。
She should be able to
あいつ
handle
は
it.
制御できない。
You can ask her.
一生皮肉のターンを囲っていてもらいたい。
この怪
by
異
leaving her on the sidelines.
すごいな。まあ
Why would that be torture?
Can I
あい
read
つは
this?
制
Wait.
御できない。一生皮肉のターンを囲
Because if you
って
Just
think about
watching.
it, if you think about it, in Owarimonogatari before she sliced up Araragi, didn't she say that she disposed of Kagenui?
She did say something like that, yeah.
And we were assuming that she's dead, and I was hoping that she's not dead.
She really is controlling everything in a way.
I think she doesn't like Kagenui, lamenting the absence of being able to do great deeds and making a name for oneself.
Explanation.
Explanation.
Example.
Example? Liu Bei's Ru saw days of peace with no chance to ride into battle, and the thighs of warriors became fat.
So yeah, Kagenui like needs to be able to do great deeds to like make a name for herself or like
That's what she
satisfy
wants.
herself, but
Yeah,
but she's not letting her. Gain is not letting her.
yeah.
そこまで言わせるってすごいな。まあでも戦闘要員はおののきちゃんだけで十分なのか。
いいな。昨日その世継ぎから経過報告を受けた時点で、つまりコヨミンが初代の彼と接触したという報告を聞いた時点で、私はもう一人助っ人を呼んだんだよ。そろそろ迎えに行かなきゃいけない。
Who could it be? Episode?
That would be crazy.
おののきちゃんだけじゃ
Oh
ダメなんだ。
shit! It is episode because he met Hanekawa.
Oh yeah!
It's fucking episode.
Yes!
Oh my god! I never thought we would get this team.
もはやエナジードレインを恣意的に使える彼を放置すればするほどに強化されている。バイバイバイバイバイバイゲームだ。のんきに構えていると完全復活されてしまう。そうなったら手に負えない。その時こそ夜鶴を呼ぶしかなくなる。
影縫さんを非人道兵器みたいに言ってるな。
なんと
She is.
彼が人を食う前に殺してあげたい。
How does Shinobu feel about that? I really want to know.
She was very conflicted.
Yeah, she's not saying anything. I mean, she wasn't insufferable. I actually liked her here.
イレギュラーはあったにせよ、ここから先はあの専門家のプラン通りに行くじゃろう。そやつはどうあれ今晩中に始末される。それだけじゃよ。わしらがもう何をするまでもあるまい。
Because it'll anyways happen by itself.
パワーアップする可能性があるということじゃから。お前様はともかくわしは顔を合わすこともないじゃろう。わしの知らんところで始末はつくよ。
That is kind of sad, isn't it?
言っておくが余計なことを考えるなよ。我が主様。
Araragi did say he's jealous.
煽るようなことを言っておったが、わしにとっては眷属に一人目も二人目もない。
Yeah, she doesn't
500
care
年
about
から
that.
生きとるわしに順番なんぞ関係あるか。先日昔話をした時にちゃんと前置きしてやったはずじゃよな。くだらん嫉妬をするな。可愛いやきもち程度にしておけ。悩むな。
Oh,
今のわしにはお前様しかおらぬ。
That's cute.
that is so sweet. She immediately like acknowledged it.
このまま夜まで絶食というわけにはいくまい。忍とのペアリングが切れている現在、僕も空腹に強いとは言えないし、後輩を飢えさせておくわけにもいかない。
ドーナツを所望する。
私がひとっ走り行ってこようか。
いや、ここまでほとんど働いていないから買い出しくらいはさせてほしい。
わかった。じゃあ私はしのぶちゃんを見ておく。私はしのぶちゃんの面倒
I'll
を見
look
て。
at. No,
She said,
I'll
I'll
look
look at.
after.
She said, I'll look at.
もう
Don't.
初対面に近い忍と
That, it's actually so cute seeing that like
しかし
Shinobu is.
今の状
Oh.
況で忍を連れて買い物に行くわけにもいくまい。昼までから安全とは言っても
You literally, it's like leaving your child with the pedo bear, you
じゃ
know?
あ荒木先輩、買い出しのついでにずうずうしくて恐縮だが、一つお使いをお願いしてしまってもよいだろうか。
なんだよ、何でも言えよ。
本を買ってきてほしいのだ。今日発売の新刊なのだが。
今日発売？いいよ。じゃあ買ってきてやるよ。
ライトノベルなのだがいいだろうか。
おいおい、困るね、カンバル君。僕がライトノベルを大敗芸術扱いする連中の仲間に見えるのかい？バリバリの少女漫画だって表紙を上にしてる男子高校生だぜ。書物を買うのは恥ずかしいとか思ったりしないって。
それを聞いて安心した。
で、タイトルは？
鬼畜ギャルソンハーフボーイをハーフハーフ。
それライトノベルのライトじゃないやつだろ。
Yeah, that's just the hardcore stuff, I think.
つもりなんだよ。僕 BL 読んでんじゃねえか。しかもなんだそのタイトル。
小説はタイトルが全てじゃないだろう。昨今は文芸の世界もタイトルが重視されるようになってきたけれど、昔の名作なんて本当に適当につけられたと思って書いたのも多いぞ。
まあ確かに小説は内容だからな。しかしその本の内容は期待していいの？
よいよい。特に今回発売されるシリーズ第
I
2
don't need an ad for this. I really don't need an ad for this. I'm gonna
Is
be
it an
honest.
actual book?
次だろ。あれだよ、有識者って。
最新刊ではいよいよ1巻から提示されていたシリーズ最大の謎、鬼畜ギャルソンがギャルの孫なのかどうかが明かされるのだ。
それは多分ギャルの孫だよ。作者の人、そんな謎を20巻も引っ張っちゃったのか。
実はゆうべ私が荒木先輩に言った召し上がれというセリフはそのシリーズのメインキャラからお借りしたものだ。
まさかボーイズラブのセリフだったとは。
Oh,
ないのか。じゃあもう帰ろうかな。
buy
て
it.
くれよ。てくればいいんだろ。
あ、そうだ荒木先輩。できたらでいいからブラジャーを買ってきてくれ。
Okay, that's just getting too much.
それは
But
できないから買ってきて
yeah.
くれないよ。
大丈夫。荒木先輩なら。
Imagine walking into a store with that light novel and asking for a bra.
Yep.
かけすぎなんだよ。
デザインは問わない。荒木先輩のセンスで選んでくれ。
センスを問わないでブラジャー選びの。
She's torturing
ブラジャー
him.
の柄も千差万別だが結局大切なのは中身だ。
いいセリフみたいに言うな。
ノーブラの限界を迎えた。本当に中身を大切にしたい。何かにつけというか今ブラジャーをつけたい。
けじめをつけようよ。
あった。鬼畜ギャルソンハーフボーイをハーフ。
Looks like Gaiki, bro.
Oh my god, an
本
episode.
2冊だけを買うというのは
This is insane.
照れるものが。
No.
本を買う際にカムフラージュの本を買うなんて男らしくないと思う僕ではあるけれど、しかしここでは逆に男らしさを発揮しない方がいいようにも思える。そういえば 忍とのペアリングも思えば組まれてから長いけれども、今回あの暗闇によってそれが切られたことによって、久方ぶりに僕は本当の意味で一人で行動しているのだ。
Oh, we all know where he's gonna go.
フリーダム
What was that shot? No, that shot is crazy.
Freedom!
Freedom. I wanna see that again. That was beautiful.
自由行動フリーダム
What is that?
そのまま自由を人の目も貝の目も気にしなくていい感激のロスタイムをせめて満喫するべきではないのか。
I don't. Yeah. Okay.
Oh my god.
忍やおの
Do you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of religious people that, you know, don't do stuff like that because they feel like they're being watched. Or not even that. Like,
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
yes, because like he's actually never alone. So do you think he does stuff like that? How
Probably
do
no.
you
He had to
even-
hold out this whole
How do
time.
you even get like intimate with Senjugahara when you know that like there's always
I'm
gonna
sure
be like
she'll understand. Or like, I mean, he
It's not
probably
about
waits
her.
for her to go to sleep, Vanessa.
in the day.
Like during the day
During
she
the day?
sleeps, so I guess
I
it's
mean,
not that
yeah,
bad.
yeah, I
He
guess.
does have personal time, no?
Okay.
楽しく遊んでいることが多かったせいで、僕へのロリコン疑惑が日に日に増している。自制も自制、自節柄も自節柄。疑惑を晴らすためにも、ここは逆に打っておくべきだ。
Nice,
Okay.
we're beating the allegations.
MILFs.
熟女
Oh my god, I called it. I literally called it before it appeared, but that
And
was
that was
Gain.
Gain. Oh god. Who's there? Who's that?
Who is this?
Who is that?
やあ2人目
What?
What?
Is that somebody
Number
from, the,
two?
from the other side?
Is that the kin?
キスショットに伝言は伝えてくれたかの
Oh my god, that's him.
He looks so cool. He looks
Oh
so good.
god, he manifested into that form.
He looks good though.
He
Can we
does.
keep him in the show?
I think we will keep him in the show.
That would be so
I mean, no, we're not, because we don't see him later. I guess we are defeating him, damn.
No.
Uh,
But he finally became
he
a
wants revenge,
boy.
Vanessa.
I know he wants revenge.
He wants...
Oh my god, I love
revenge.
that design, but you know, every time I see like a new character in the show, I get so excited because I know like the author like keeps them like to a minimum basically. We're not just gonna meet random characters and they're gonna be nothing.
When we meet a character, we know it's important.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
it's really
So,
well done.
Honestly, looking at him, like when I saw him for the first time, it was like, oh no, we met somebody from the other opposite like board of the chess game.
Yeah.
Are we ever gonna? Is that like analogy even correct? Because I feel like we should have been meeting them from now. Like we should have been meeting
I don't
them.
know, maybe I'm crazy. Also, another thing is the author like kind of diverted our attention like in a really clever way when he said once you get touched by an oddity, you keep finding them and you keep being connected to them, which is obviously very true, right? That's not like a lie, but at the same time it kind of like, because so much has happened to Araragi,
Yeah.
like a crazy amount of stuff,
Mm-hmm.
that we just like check it up to the once touched by oddities. He's, you
It
know,
will
like,
be like that forever.
he's the king of Heart Underblade, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It will genuinely be like that for him forever.
Yeah,
And not
so-
just for him.
So the way it hits right now, like when they mentioned it last episode and this one, it does like have a lot more weight to it. Because like you're surprised, you know, because you thought it's for a different reason. But yeah.
And what I wanted to mention is, you guys said that, what was it? Kubiki Recycle was the first thing that the author wrote. What if? Because now it looked like an advertisement. I don't know if those books like actually exist. I don't think they do. But if they do, that would actually be really cool. But wouldn't that have been like a very perfect way to like advertise his own works, you know? If he input them in there.
I mean, it would, but at the same time, it's like you don't need to. If you like something by the author, you're just gonna go by yourself. and check it out,
Obviously,
yeah.
but he could have made like some puns, you know, or
Mm.
just anything like that. I want to know if that actually exists. And why was it portrayed? I guess it's because the show doesn't make us like see other people. And that's why it put like actual people that we know on the cover.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry, but Kaiki an episode. Why was it not Kaiki and Oshino?
Forbidden.
Why was Kaiki an episode? And then really, Ga and Izuko as MILF, I will pick like Kagenui any day of the week.
Kagenui? You're picking Kagenui?
As a MILF, yes, absolutely. What is MILF? What does like Guy and Izuku portray as like a MILF? She's not a MILF. She looks like a teenager on the
And
outside.
Araragi's mom is a MILF, we met.
Yes, I was gonna say that. Araragi's MILF, Araragi's mom 100%, but the second closest to that in the show has to be Kagenoi. It's actually a shame we haven't seen that many like older women in the show. It's just Kagenoi.
Shinobu's kind of old.
Eh.
But it's the ultimate paradox in anime, right? The oldest one looks like they're 8, you know?
Okay,
Like,
listen. Shinobu is the whole package. Shinobu is a MILF. Shinobu is a normal aged for Araragi as well, and Shinobu is a lolicon as well. She had 3 forms in the
how
show.
is this the package that we want?
She could be anything you want.
What? No, I mean, depends on the form. Okay, we're getting into like crazy territory.
Listen
here.
though,
Listen to
Araragi
me.
is feeling like lolicons. Here it is. Araragi is over this phase. I like MILFs now. Here it is. Like she's got it all. It all depends on how much blood and who she
Senjuga Hara
eats.
Loki cannot compete, maybe, honestly.
No, don't say that. Please don't. I've already came to terms with Shinobu being like his soulmate, and I find it actually wholesome. Like the whole like link and everything. And I can like separate it. Like there's your romantic interest and there's your a link forever. And I'm not gonna really call it a soulmate because to me a soulmate is in a romantic way. It's more like I don't know. Not even a platonic soulmate. It's just like a very internal soulmate. It's really wholesome though. And I really like the samurai guy, and I think it would be a shame because for them to defeat him, she said that she's not gonna go and meet him. And I feel like when you haven't seen your kin in 400 years, I know that he hates her, but I feel like they do need to have some interaction.
Do you think they will meet at some point?
I think it's not about whether they will, I think they have to.
Yeah. The way this arc is completely intertwined with the Hanekawa arc, by the way, it's like so well done. But I just also want to understand a bit more of how like Hanekawa is involved in protecting Araragi.
Yeah, because
If
they
I'm
didn't
not,
fully
because
explain
I'm not
that.
understanding that yet. Maybe I will later on. Let me know if. Just let me know. I think it's fine. It's not a big spoiler.
They didn't. Yeah, they did not mention it. They just mentioned the fact that how
Yeah.
she's connected to begin with.
I don't know why, but I feel like I'm missing a lot
Like-
of stuff that were mentioned this episode. It was like these 2 last episodes dropped a lot. With the shrine, I'm trying to connect the shrine to the Koyomi calendar episode with Ogi,
Mm-hmm.
where they talked about the shrine being moved. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the shrine being moved.
Yeah, because obviously the shrine in its place was she was talking about like keeping balance, Ogi, right? But at the same time, the old specialist who created the shrine to
Yeah.
begin with also probably made it in a way to maintain balance, to prevent oddities from coming in, maybe in a way. So it's interesting to connect that to Ogi's conversation. And also, why is there like multiple people in the show like trying to connect themselves to Oshino?
Because you gain people's trust. Like Oshino is a very trustworthy man, and he gained
A
like
man,
the hearts of
dude.
people.
By the way, because right now for YouTube we're on Monogatari and we're kind of editing those episodes. I'm starting to think, because she's like literally like changing her gender, I'm starting to think it's not an actual human. I'm starting to think she's like a monster apparition.
I don't think. I think that whole thing of her portraying, like changing her gender, is just to appeal to the people she's speaking to. You know how Araragi is more, I don't know, is gonna listen to you more if you're a girl, I feel like. And the same thing with Kambaru. Kambaru and like guys,
So
she
you
finds
think
it like very easy to
you
speak
think
to.
she's trying to manipulate
Yeah.
people? Yeah.
I think she's trying to manipulate people 100%. We have seen like her whole thing of trying to get close to you, to get information out of you and
She
everything.
has a crazy aura around her that does not feel human.
If everybody in the show had like an aura color, hers would be the blackest.
And I think she's lying.
The darkest.
Because Gaen is lying. So it wouldn't be crazy for me to think that Ogi is also lying about the Oshino, connected to Oshino
I
thing.
mean, I don't know which one of them is more likely to be connected to Oshino in a biological way, but there is a high chance that they're both lying, yes. I don't think that
There's a higher chance, like, if I didn't know anything, I would assume Oshino is the more likely to be lying to begin with.
to be lying.
Ogi is the more likely one to be lying to begin with. Because she's a manipulative, you know.
Yeah, logically, yes. Like, we haven't seen, like, Gaen, like, actually lie at all, like a, you know, proof that she's lying. But also, like,
And she can. I think she trapped. Like a few episodes ago, she did. She is the one. I don't think she coincidentally walked in a room and they were trapped in it and they had to like solve the.
okay,
problem.
no. She 100%
Locked
instigated
him.
this whole issue. Yes,
She
gave birth to.
I
the
think she
issue.
has supernatural apparition powers. I think she locked him in the room. I think she created those, circumstances.
No, really.
Yeah, because it doesn't make sense for like
how
after
he-
so long for it to like.
For that room to have existed for so long. I think it would make
It's
sense for that
weird.
room to have existed, but it's more like I feel like Araragi. Okay, listen, I feel like this whole issue,
Because she also knows everything.
this whole issue with the injustice that happened in this room has been bothering Araragi deeply for so long. And yes, I feel like it's a possibility it actually created the room as an apparition, but he was ignoring it for the longest of time, and Ogi pushed him in that room. You get it?
I get it.
I don't think there's anything that you can't believe about this. Yes, she could have like created it, but it's still logical if she didn't. And
yeah,
also,
it's like hard. It's like 50-50. Like I don't know.
and also that whole thing with the shrine. Honestly, I feel like everybody in the show, like from the specialists, think that for there to be balance in the town, they need to take control of the shrine. And the way you take control of the shrine is by assigning a spirit to it, a god or anything. And that's why I feel like Gaien was like pushing for Shinobu to become the god, and then when it didn't work out, they pushed Sengoku to become a god. And all of those people, like
They
Gaien,
pushed.
yeah.
I mean, I don't think Gaino wanted Nadeko to ever become a god.
Yeah.
She was actually quite displeased with it.
Yes, but Ogi did.
I think Ogi wanted it to
Because
happen.
all of those people, Gain is talking about balance, Oshino is talking about balance, and Ogi is talking about balance. And both of them, Gain and Ogi, pushed somebody to become a god in the shrine. That's how they see balance as. But what did Oshino do about the shrine? All he did was he put the charm on it. No?
Yeah, and charms expire.
Yeah.
Like this show is so hard to piece together.
Why wasn't Oshino wanting for a god to enter the shrine? Is it because he was thinking that he can deal with the imbalance, the repercussion, the consequences of the imbalance in the town by himself?
Well, he collects stories, that's his whole thing, and maybe he reacts to them and then decides, do I want to do something? Do I want to intervene here to maintain balance? Meanwhile, Gain is the type of specialist to like, nope, they're not spawning. I am blocking
You
off that
cut
whole
the-
timeline where they exist.
It's like, yeah, you cut the root cause of it.
Yeah.
Well, Oshino doesn't mind that. I feel like if like the city was controlled by Gain and she got everything she wanted, Shinobu would not come to the city to begin with.
And it really does feel like Gain has a hold on all the specialists.
Not Oshino.
Maybe that's why he left.
And I feel like she's just like keeping Kagenoi out of the picture. It's not like she's like telling her things, she's just keeping her out of the picture.
Because
so
she
doesn't
controls
get involved.
information and stuff, maybe.
That's the way she doesn't like directly like control them. It's just she has her ways with different people.
Yeah. And Gain is so interesting in terms of her relationship with Araragi, no? Because she literally later on, you got really upset about it. She sent him to Hajikuji, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And?
Do you think that's a bad thing?
Yeah. But
And this makes
in
me
terms
think
of what?
because I feel like she has a good reason. She definitely always has a good reason to do anything.
Okay, sure, maybe she had a good reason.
And also the same way Shinobu's skin resurrected. Wouldn't it make sense for Araragi to also be able to come back?
Yes.
So
no, but I'm not.
he's for sure coming
no,
back.
listen. I'm not saying that he's forever dead.
Obviously, no,
I
that's
don't
obvious.
think that. I think that there's a very high chance that he might come back. And I'm sorry, but there's not just a very high chance. Didn't we see him in Hana Monogatari?
No, we know he comes back.
Alive.
But we know why
Yes.
it makes sense
It's
that he
not.
would come back.
It's not about the fact that I think he's dead, like forever, that I dislike her. It's the fact that she had the audacity to do that to my little boy.
And she also speaks in this
Like, how
super
dare she?
condescending manner.
Yes.
I
like
am
she's-
allowing you to take responsibility for your actions that they didn't even understand their own actions to begin with.
Exactly. It's not like he did it intentionally. It's not like he did it with malice. Like, what do you mean I'm gonna hold you accountable for what you did? I'm sorry. Like, my dog took a poop today outside on the street, and tomorrow, let's say somebody's gonna slip on it. and fall down and break, his ankle. And then because of that, he's gonna go to the hospital to check it. And on the way, he's gonna meet a sick cat and he's gonna take it home. Like, and the butterfly effect, right? And you're gonna make me, what's it called?
Take responsibility.
Take responsibility. My point is that, like,
I mean, you
things
could have
happen.
taken the responsibility by picking it up, so nobody slips on it or steps on it.
Obviously,
So you
me
could
personally,
see.
no, you could hold me accountable, but hold Araragi accountable, really? For what? For the fact that Shinobu came in contact with ashes that you didn't know existed?
Yeah,
What is that?
it's
Like,
insane.
she's acting as if everybody should know everything the same way she does.
And everyone should be acting according to her wishes. And
Yeah.
Araragi's not doing it. Maybe that's why she sliced him and sent him to Hajikuji. I'm sure she maybe has another reason. I'm starting to understand why Tatatsuru took the hit, and just poofed. But yeah, it's like
He doesn't want to be part of
he's
this.
like, I'm not dealing with this shit. I'm gonna go do my own thing somewhere else. Like,
That's actually funny.
yeah.
But it explains a lot, because if your theory that she knows everything because she's a very logical person, and most people that operate on logic, she just knows and can predict everything. But Araragi is not a person that moves on logic.
But can she not predict that Araragi does not move on logic and make
No,
predictions according
because
to that?
when you remove
Because
logic,
most people don't actually operate on logic.
that's not true.
I mean, below the logic, there's always emotions like
There's
driving
also no, but you can also use logic to predict how you're gonna like emotions as well.
it. I mean, true, yeah, it does go both ways. I don't know how she works yet.
But I feel like just Araragi goes against that whole thing, because when you remove logic from the box, then there's so many outcomes, and she can't like just look at all of them and not go crazy.
And she also, like, she's gonna have to take in account for Ogi,
Oh, yeah, she hasn't mentioned Ogi.
She hasn't
once
mentioned
at
Ogi.
all, right?
which makes me think, like, how does she not know about Ogi?
She does know
She
about
does
Ogi.
probably know, but why is she not like?
What if they're working together?
No, absolutely not. I refuse to believe.
They both lie
There's
about
no
being
way.
Oshino's relatives.
True. I mean, we don't know if Ogi is actually lying.
Okay.
We're assuming
Okay, yeah, that's true.
she's a
true.
dirty liar.
She is a dirty liar. But
I don't know anymore.
we're going. It's a she. I'm more likely to believe that. It was just she was a guy just one time.
Yeah.
Most
I
of
don't
the time she's a girl, but that's because she's trying to appeal to Araragi.
You might be right.
But she needs to appeal younger if she really wanted to appeal to
But
him.
why Araragi? What does she know about Araragi that makes him special? Like, obviously, she knows he's connected to Shinobu and stuff, yada yada, but like, everyone's taking so much in. Every specialist is taking an interest in
Didn't
Araragi.
Hanekawa say that? I'm now my memory is like leaving me, but didn't they mention that Ogi could be obsessed with Araragi? For whatever reason, I don't remember.
Yeah, why?
I need to sit down and remember.
It feels
She
like...
mentioned it. That Ogi is one of those people that all of this happening ever since the start has been a plot from Ogi because she's obsessed about. I don't remember. I genuinely need to go and watch this episode again. I'll do that later.
I don't know,
Yeah.
and also, every specialist in this show is just, I don't know in a way, but it feels like they're literally grooming Araragi in a certain way. I don't know.
I think they're grooming everybody in the show. If that's how you
no,
wanna like
they
phrase it.
they do
Everybody, but the grooming is like a very
they
bad
do
way to phrase
acknowledge
it.
his growth though, and they put him in situations to like do stuff. They're not letting him be on the sideline.
No, they're not. They're pushing him to be the main
Like,
character.
there's a reason Oshino left. There's a reason Gain is telling him, okay, deal with stuff you did indirectly.
I think the show will end when Oshino comes back in the town.
Ogi is helping him understand himself because she knows more about him than he knows about himself, apparently.
Yeah.
Which makes like not much sense to me.
I don't think that's so difficult to comprehend. You know more about me than I know about myself.
But she's not close to him.
Yes, but people in this like world have some type of powers, because it would not be a far stretch to believe that Hanekawa also knows more about Araragi than he knows about himself, and the same applies to Gain as well.
Yeah, I don't know.
I feel like those three know more about Araragi than he does.
Let us know what we missed. It's super complicated, honestly.
Yep. But anyways, guys, thank you very much for watching with us, and we'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye.